Okay. Okay. So this is like not a complete list. Where it's missing things. But let's just jump into it. All right. I'm gonna try to pick willy nilly. That way I'm not just going through one series. That way it keeps it a little interesting. So for instance, let's start with Lunch. I like Lunch a lot. Lunch is one of my favorite characters in Soul Hackers. You know, that whole rich kid thing he's got going on. It's funny. I like it. Bam. I'm putting him in love. Let me change this because I don't like the listing. S A B. Because this like love neutral okay is like when you go to what is that name of that? There's like the that ice cream place. Jeez, I can't remember, but there's this stupid ice cream place that instead of having like large, medium, small, they have like love it, gotta have it, and it's like what, like I don't know, I can't quantify those because I don't know what that means. There's like no need for a one lower than hate. So let's see, this person goes and don't remember who they even are. Man. Let's actually go through that. Who are the people that I won't remember? Don't you forget about me. Oh, I think it's literally just that person. No, it's like all of Devil Survivor 2 cast. Don't remember. I remember Hotsuin, but I don't remember the other one, and I can't tell which one's Hotsuin. So I think this is the other one. Oh, I don't remember this person either. Maybe if the characters were more than just like one note, I would remember them better. Okay, hate tier. Morgana. Strongly dislike Morgana. Nothing will ever change my mind that Morgana is a terrible character. That stereotype of like of weird mascot that has like weird sexual harassment vibes and stuff is annoying. And in saying that, let's put the other sexual harassment mascot character in that same tier. I thought this kid is super annoying. I think Yuichi, I think. Very annoying. And Fuka. I really don't like Fuka. Fuka's kind of annoying. I don't have to explain why I don't like Koromaru, but Koromaru is literally a nothing character. And I also hate Ken, yes. I by instinct, my like default instinct is to hate a child as soon as they're introduced in a game. I just strongly already know, okay, I'm gonna hate them. Speaking of child, why don't we have Nanako? Nanako is like one of the best characters in Persona 4. So Marie is actually better than what's his, I want to say his name is Yuichi, but I can't remember. But Marie is not that bad. People hate on her way more than she needs to be hated on. She's significantly less bad than Alex. Alex I hate. Stupid character, stupid plotline, stupid design. Doesn't even fit with the retro futuristic. It's literally just futuristic. I know why it's futuristic, but it's stupid. Like they couldn't just further the concept of retrofuturism. They had to instead just go, let's just do future because we can't think, we're not creative. This is one of Doi's worst designs. I hate that. George I would rate higher than Alex, because at least George is cute. They made a thing that is literally just a machine. They made it adorable, and I liked George a lot. We had to live in the only way we could survive Alex was because George existed. That's it. Yuzu, I actually like a lot too. I like Yuzu. She's the quote unquote real character. She embodies the idea that, you know, if a real normal person who didn't have any strengths or weaknesses, like, was put into a Megaten game, they would be like her. They'd be like, I want to go home. I want to get out of here. That's literally all people in the chat right now would probably be just like Yuzu. So I think it's funny that people hate Yuzu for her complaining and whining, when I think that most people would be complaining and whining that they're suffering through hell. I would probably complain, but I would definitely try to move to take a power position, like a leadership role. That's because that's by default, that's like my character. I like to be in charge. So yeah, let's go with some classics. Aleph, I actually like Aleph. Yes, Aleph is the same tier as Yuzu. Aleph as a character is interesting. The character arc of Shin Megami Tensei 2 is actually a very cool story. Hey, PK Gaming Alpha. Janana is a character I really like for no particular reason. Something about how she looks and her character and her relationship with Argilla. I like her a lot. It's just dumb how much I like Janana. I've drawn her so much too. I brush it. I use this like this hair oil to keep it nice. I don't know. Let's see. Kyoji, I dislike. Kyoji's annoying. He's rude. He's nasty. He's kind of a jerk. Don't like him. But possessed Kyoji, now he's mediocre. he's definitely above Kyoji, but he's still kind of lame. Hajiri, he's kind of like down here too, because he had the potential to be interesting, but then his arc doesn't make it that much sense. It feels kind of like it goes from 0 to 100 too quickly. It doesn't feel like a slow digression. It's not really evolved enough. So he's gonna be in the mediocre tier. How is Strange Journey retro futuristic? How is this outfit retro futuristic, you ask? Like I'm genuinely like confused by the question of how's it retro futuristic. It takes the idea of like, if they were gonna design a outfit for space, or for like a rough terrain, or for a unique thing, they chose literally one of the most cumbersome designs. This is not at all what I would classify as like, yeah, this is literally like a diving helmet. Like look at how crazy it is. When I got when I went to Comic-Con, I got compared to this I can't remember what they're called, Doctor Who robots. I got compared to these, which look like old thingies. Cyberman. Someone thought I was cosplaying a Cyberman. And what do these look like? They look retro futuristic. Because the Cybermen are reminiscent of the movie Metropolis. Anyway, if that came off rude, sorry. I don't like Yosuke. Yosuke goes in F. He's bad. He's a dumb character. He's literally like a worse Junpei, and every single aspect of Junpei that I liked is like the opposite for him. And they're still supposed to be the bro character, But in this bro character is like they're all every bro character in Persona is a little jealous of the protagonist, but Yosuke is so overtly jealous and so like constantly negative and annoying. I don't know how anyone likes Yosuke. He's such an annoying character. Ugh, Yosuke sucks. And then when speaking about Yukiko sucks and Chie sucks. These are like the middest of mid. They're not even F. It's just besides their one plot point, they have nothing to offer. Yukiko's personality boils down to snark. You're wearing funny glasses. Chie's personality is fight, 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 protein, protein, protein. Like, that's not funny. That's not even interesting. They do remind me of like the classic teenager that like I would encounter when I was a teenager. Like, because when I was a teenager, I knew people like Yukiko and Chie who didn't really have any definitive character traits that they could use to define themselves. So they would just fixate on the one or two things they were interested in and like magnify that and make that their personality trait, which is unfortunate because that's really annoying. Gatane, you're like this close, buddy. You're this close. You're this close. You can't see how close you are, so let me put my fingers closer to the camera. You're this close. You're this close. All right. That's how close you are. All right. Keep that in mind when you reply next. What's her name? Mari. Mari's not that bad. She's like Yuichi level where she's just kind of just there. I find her a little not so. She's not annoying for the reasons people think that she's annoying. I think she's also like Yuzu, where everyone in this chat is either a Yuzu or Mari. The reason why I don't think her name is Mari. I might be wrong. I think Mari is the name of the doctor or whatever. But everyone is either her or her. And what I mean by that is everyone either wants to avoid the conflict and not want to be part of it, and they're mad that they're put into this thing, or they're delusional and they want to be the hero of the story, but they're clearly not the hero. That's the two tiers that I think most people fall under in if everyone was thrust into a Devil Summoner or Devil Survivor scenario or any SMT scenario. Yeah, Midori, that's her name. Thank you. So I think everyone is either a Midori or a Yuzu. There's barely any other people. No offense, but that's what I think. I think that there's gonna be people who are like, yeah, I can save the world now, finally, and they're gonna be delusional like Midori, and not helpful like someone else. I don't know. Let's see. Jin is kind of like the resident cool guy, but I think he's kind of meh. So he goes here. Baofu is actually one of my favorite characters, so he goes in S tier. I love Baofu. I shouldn't even have to explain it. Baofu is just a cool character. He's well written. His story arc is interesting and nice. Corny boy, we're not going off story. This is literally just me saying I like the character or I dislike the character. I like Janata. I like her design. I like the little bit of story we get. That's enough. That's enough for me to put her high. Janata is just cool, and saying that Argilla is cool, she's not as cool as Janata though. I like that they present someone who is fundamentally against the general idea of the premise of the game, and they do it in such a way that doesn't feel cheap. She feels like they kind of write her in a way that feels like more natural. I think it's just nice. Okay, An. I think An is. Dang it, she's not quite here. She's over here. Because I don't hate her like these ones. And she's definitely not meh. I think that her story in the beginning was very interesting and good. And then they just kind of stopped her character after the first dungeon. Which they do with every single character. As soon as their dungeon is over, they're done growing as a person. So, that's a thing. But it just happens to be that her story was better than some of the other ones. So like an example of a terrible story in in that would be, dang, kind of all of them. I actually hate Goro Akechi. Bad character. Don't put spoilers in the chat. I don't like Goro. I think he's terribly written. The royal content does not enhance his character. It literally just does nothing. It's super stupid and cheesy and bad. I don't know why anyone thinks that it's good, like the royal stuff or his deep base stuff. He's a terrible character with no good writing, no good motivation, no good reasoning. And in the dancing game, he does these ugly faces when he dances, which makes no sense for a dancing game. I hate him. I hate him. He's terrible. He's not good. Why does he exist? They should have just made him a good character. That's not too much to ask. But I guess they had trouble because they couldn't really make that many good characters. None of the good characters from Persona 5 are even on this tier list. Let's see. No, that's not true, Cheese, because Adachi has completely different motivations for what he does. It's not the same thing. Like, not at all. Like, I highly, strongly disagree with the comparison between him and Adachi. I just don't like it. I do like Adachi. Adachi is the example of that exact sort of character, but written infinitely better. Infinitely better. So dumb. Like, it actually genuinely annoys me that you can go from a good character writing to like a terrible one. There's a lot of things that there's a lot of things about Adachi that could have went bad, but they stuck to their guns and didn't like force like this stupid sympathetic tone to him or anything. And I like that. I appreciate that. That's actually good, because not every character needs strong reasoning for the reason why they do something. It's not that important for every character to have that motivation. And in saying that, here's another character I hate. I don't like jeez, I forgot his name. I don't like Hazama. I think he's literally just Nakajima, but if Nakajima was a villain, that's the problem. With the difference though is that in Nakajima's story, by the third book, he's redeemed. Nakajima redeems himself. And even within Khan, there's no real redemption for this stupid guy. He's still just a little weenie. He's such a bad character. And he barely has any character. The thing that I'm flummoxed by is the idea that any of these people are characters, because they're not. They don't have any characterization. Only he gets characterization. Only Hazama. Like, Akira does too, kind of. But it's like I want to leave, boy. I'm worried, girl. Let's just do it, girl. Protagonist. And they didn't even put the other protagonist. They only put him or her for some reason. Like, she's... So let's knock these out then. Let's just go ahead and knock these out, because they have nothing to offer. Like, he's like F. He's not... Well, actually, he's like meh, because he's not actually bad. She's bad because she has no character. Bad because he has no character. Bad because she has no character. Bad because she has no character. Like, if I'm gonna judge her based on Persona, that doesn't count, because it's a completely different writer and a different context of the game for me. I have to even like consider. I would even have to consider the Khan manga to even think about Yumi, because Yumi also doesn't have any character. She just wants to do the right thing. Is that really a character trait? Like, or is that really a defining character trait that should be the only thing that the character represents? Zelenin I like a lot. She's B tier for sure. I really like Yuko. I actually put her up here because Yuko represents like the idea, like the exact opposite of the context of the game. Nocturne is very, very much a game about choice. Yuko is about, Yuko's whole character is someone who's not really able to choose. They don't know what they want. They don't know how to proceed. So they rely on others. And even when she says that she's not going to rely on others, she still relies on someone. She misinterprets what a reason is and how to get a reason. And instead of searching and finding it for herself, she looks to someone else to give her something. And I think that that's such a cool antithesis to the character that the Demi-Fiend represents. It's good writing, and I like it because in a way she kind of represents the heroine. She's just like, her ending offers the only real reprieve, but it comes at a great cost. And I think that's well written. It's good. So she's good. She goes up here. She's a very good character. I like her a lot. Walter and Jonathan are meh. They only get real good characterization inside their own respective comics. They're literally just, I'm goody two shoes. I'm bad and I can't read. Those aren't really character traits. Isabeau is I hate Isabeau. Not gonna lie, I just strongly dislike her. She's literally just whatever you feel like doing is what I want you to do. Except towards the end, she's dumb. Isabeau dumb. Let's see. Asahi is an F2. Asahi is literally Isabeau, so it doesn't really matter. This boy, he doesn't really have any character, so I don't know why he's like. The idea of putting the protagonist in here is kind of dumb, because most of the protagonists don't have any character. They'll have a glimpse of it. Joker can be cheeky. Flynn is just not, like, these guys don't really have anything. So why are they even on this list? Like, I like the protagonist. Like, if I'm going off design rather than the characters. Oh yeah, childhood friend trope. I hate that. Yeah, the most basic, reoccurring anime concept. I actually don't like Yu Narukami. I think he's one of the worst protagonists from the three. And I actually think that even though like I said, the characters are largely they're largely like without much character, I would say that Persona 3 protagonist does have some character. And you only really see that because of his morose dialogue responses or the way his game ends. Demi-Fiend is another meh. Like, I don't like Demi-Fiend. I've never really cared much for the design. He doesn't really have any personality, so there's that. Yeah. And I know I said I wasn't gonna consider the manga for SMT but I do consider the manga for for Persona 1. And the manga for Persona 1 is one of the best Megaten mangas. And that's why I'm putting Persona 1 protagonist up there. He's good. I don't like Tatsuya. And I hate Maya. I hate Maya. She's such a stupid character. Let's see. I am doing these at random. Kasumi is bad. Kasumi is bad and stupid, and she's literally just drawn nicely. That's like her only characteristic is she's drawn nicely. She's dumb. Oh, and she's the epic girl that can eat a big meal. That's funny. I don't like her. Why don't I like Maya? Maya's annoyingly optimistic. She's dirty. She's got poor sense in fashion, and she's stupid. And then when she's the protagonist, you know, she loses all those characteristics anyway, so it doesn't really matter. I kind of like him. He's like, these two are like so similar to me. So there he goes. Now Tatsuya might suck, but Katsuya is pretty cool. And then also, don't forget Ulala, probably one of the best written female characters in Megami Tensei. These two characters are written very well, in my opinion. I very much like both of them. Zelenin as well. A lot of female characterization in Megaten is super superficial and really dumb. And generally, a lot of times it focuses on their femininity, Let me spell it out. Femininity. It focuses on their femininity, and I think that's pretty cringe. Because it's femininity? 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 That sounds wrong. Anyway, I think that it's cringe when they do this whole thing of like, she's a woman, so the story has to be about her woman. And yes, Mai doesn't feel like a real character. Cheese gets it. Cheese gets it. It's like, you can write about their femininity, like with Ulala, and not have it be cringe, or you can do it like An, and then make it cringe by the rest of the game constantly referencing how sexy she is. Like, what a stupid way to write a game. What is, like, her arc was great. I wish they continued it for the rest of the game, or at least kept it consistent. Her being the less sexy character for the rest of the game is so annoying, when her one thing was she didn't want to be sexualized. She wanted to be able to have power over her sexuality. And then people were like, nah. Beach scene, because we gots to. Ugh. The writing in Persona 5 is some of the worst writing in Mega 10. Speaking of bad writing, I hate Futaba. Futaba is poorly written. She goes from 0 to 100. Oh no, she becomes more outgoing because she trusts you. Oh, you know, that 0 to 100 flip, it makes sense because she trusts you. Yeah, Chad nuance versus hyper focus and objectification. Exactly. Yeah, I hate Futaba. She's such a poorly written character. So stupid and bad. I don't like Yusuke either, but Yusuke is at least better written than her. I'll put Yusuke in D tier. And then these characters, it's hard to even do a Nakajima rating because in his game there's no character. He has nothing in his game basically. But in the books, he's a good character. He's a very interesting, compelling character. So I'm gonna put him in B tier. And then I would even say Yumiko is more interesting than Nakajima. But she goes in A tier. She goes from the stupid whatever. Yes! Katane gets it! Why do they do this? They make them interesting. And then they go, no, he's just gonna be the weird dude. He's gonna hold a lobster. He's gonna not know things. Because that's so funny. I hate Persona 5's writing. Ugh. I'm getting like too energetic about this. Toki's a bad character. I hate Toki. Chaos Hero's cool. The fact that a game that has so little dialogue like SMT1 can nail characterization better than a game with thousands of hours of or thousands of pages of dialogue. Persona 5 dialogue be like so much to say so little. SMT1 dialogue be like, I'm gonna get straight to the point. Like, the fact that Chaos Hero is a more compelling character than Yusuke, and this guy says a lot less, and there's a lot less going on with him, says a lot about how the writing is in Persona 5. Jeez! Jesus! Yeah, hey, don't make fun of his hairdo! His design is based off of one of the Atlas staff. Okay, the number 1 guy, he's also pretty good too. He gets that extra growth because he gets to be in Persona 2 as well. So good for him. I like Junpei a lot. No one I don't have to even defend it. I put Junpei in B tier, he's good. And I'm also gonna put the other great character in B tier too. Yukari is amazing. Yukari is literally this girl with so much emotional baggage, and people get mad at her for having emotional baggage. It's like basically Persona 5 is the lesson in what happens when people complain about things in Persona 3. People complained about the characterization. People complained about characters like Yukari. So what did they do? Instead of giving them nuance and character growth and giving them an evolution that happens over time, they just were like, no, Let's not do that anymore. Let's not do that because people hated that. People hate when characters feel like real people. So instead, end it. End it. We're gonna make people one note. Your art, your sex, your pervert, your bro. Like that's all you are. You're nothing else. I blame Persona 3 for why Persona 5 is the way it is, because Persona 3 is the last of the deep characterization within Megaten games, or within Persona games. Persona 2 had a really strong focus on characterization. Persona 3 was the last one to do it, and after that, they started to simplify more and more. And it's all because of you guys. Shake your heads. Hold your heads down in shame. Also, thank you, Vagundes, for the follow. I blame all of you. Everyone in chat is why Persona 5 is as bad as it is, story-wise. You guys are part of the problem. Speaking of problems, Makoto is meh. I really like Akechi. Akechi. I like this Kechi. He's definitely at least a C tier. Well, I blame you! You cannot pull a Uno card. You can't pull a Uno reverse card on me. So, it doesn't work. It just deflects. Okay. What's this guy's name? Gimmel? Gimmel is here. He's like, alright. Gimmel cool. Gimmel pretty cool. Gaston pretty cringe. No, he's not quite hate. I don't hate Gaston. He's just pretty cringe. Oh, Zan. Oh, you're right. Zane is the guy that I'm confusing. Nanako isn't on the list. I would put her an S tier. She's the fact that a 7-year-old in Persona 4 is more well written than anyone in Persona 5 is pretty cringe. Nanako is so well written. I actually, when I first played the game, I hated Nanako because I was like, bruh, she's an annoying child. But then I had this like weird axiom shift where I was like, actually, it's good that she's an annoying child because she acts like an annoying child and she's a child character. She's not like Ken where she's a child character who was forced to grow up too quick. She literally was forced to grow up too quick, but she's still very much a child, and I like that a lot. I just cannot believe that there could be so much nuance in a stupid 7-year-old and Persona 5 be like, hehehe, booba. Gaston is just Navarre too, but worse, yes, because Navarre is actually a good character. Is Navarre on this list? No, of course Navarre's not on this list. He's just the bad Navarre. Bad Navarre goes in hate. The reason why I put him in hate is because I love original Navarre. Good character, lots of character growth, interesting. Ghost Navarre is literally not Navarre. Not my Navarre. Hashtag not my Navarre. That's someone else. This is not Navarre. He is nothing like the end game of Navarre from SMT4. Nothing. They just changed his character for no reason. Why? Ugh. Like, why? Navarre was such a cool character. Anyway, jeez. Like, I'm gonna have like a heart attack or something. Make a new character. No, corny boy, I have not. They have not had any real info in them. And they're only revealing characters that we already know so far, so who cares? Why would they do that? The gameplay segments are plus, yeah. I'm gonna drink my drink. Today I'm having Trader Joe's cold brew black tea. Refreshing. Thank you, legendary Yayu. Okay, Atsubro. So, Junpei is the best bro character in Persona. Atsuro is the best bro character of all time. Name a better bro character. I'll wait. You guys have from now until I end the stream to name the best bro character that's better than Atsuro. Because there's not any. There's none. You're wrong if you think it's anyone else. Then Joe is another low tier bro, so he's like F. Heat is the best bro. Heat is a good character. I actually think Heat is a compelling character written well. I like Heat. Literally have nothing bad to say about Heat. Cielo is another character I really like. I have nothing bad to say about Cielo. Gale is the okay character. I don't think he's written as well as the others. He's not terrible though. And then, why put the protagonist here? He has no personality. There's no black Mark. Where's the? I don't even see regular Mark. Why did they not put Mark on this list? Why did they put stupid optional guy and not Mark? Like, you have to go out of your way to get this guy in your party. Mark is in there by default. If you do what's her name's route. Just for that, Raging, you go down. Did I already put Mark? I didn't put Mark anywhere. Where in the world is Mark from Persona 1? This is racism. They're literally excluding the only minority character besides Gore. Not only did they exclude Mark, but they used the worst version of Gore's art. Gore's a great character though. He's definitely B tier at least. Brown is really irritating. I don't like Brown. Masao's nickname, if you played the game, is actually Mark. In the Japanese version, he even says his nickname is Mark. So if you call him Masao, you're being rude because as a friend, he would prefer to be referred to as Mark. It's kind of like his nickname. I don't know why I talk like that. I'm sorry. I don't know. It's what happens when you have organic cold brew. I like Yumi. Is it her name Yumi? God. I'm gonna give her B tier. She's good. Constant evolution of a character. Well written. If you're playing Revelation, Yuki, not Yumi. I'm so sorry. This girl sucks. I don't know why anyone cared about her and wanted her so badly in Persona, or in SMT4 Apocalypse. She's such a mid character. Let me just change that to mid. This character super irritating. Hate him, dude. But that's how you know he's written well. If you can elicit a strong emotional response from someone, from a character, I think that's good. This guy's annoying AF, no matter even if you side with him or not. He's very irritating, and that's good. That's very good. She had cougar appeal. I remember a time where people would be like, I like your character because Gatane, sorry, I mean like intentionally strong emotional response. Because he's supposed to be a, like, kind of a grading character, I think. Akechi being poorly written isn't because they did it on purpose. Akechi is like, and that's why I get surprised when smart people that I know to be intelligent are like, I love Akechi. You love how he looks, maybe? Or you love the general idea of his story? Because Akechi as a character is so stupid. He's again, for a game that has characters that say so much, their story is so little and so meaningless. Stupid AF. Isamu. I've always had a soft spot for Isamu. That soft spot has kind of tempered a bit since I played so much of Nocturne lately. My more realistic estimation of his character is that he's not nearly as good as Yuko. He's not as awful as like these F tier people. He's like somewhere on C or B. I would probably put him in C because although I like him, his descent into madness is also very entertaining. It's just, you know, from just like my personal gut reaction, he's just not as cool. Not as cool as Chiaki! Chiaki, A tier. Chiaki's strong. Chiaki's story is so interesting. Chiaki is cool looking. Chiaki gets arm ripped off. Chiaki is awesome. Chiaki voice acting good. Chiaki voice acting good in English too. Chiaki cool. Chiaki's official canon name is Tachibana. There's like a lot of good with Chiaki. I love Chiaki. I would cosplay as Chiaki. Literally the only bad thing about Chiaki is her boss fight is the worst boss fight in the game. It's like one of the lowest ranking boss fights. And she's supposed to be the world of strength. So for her boss fight to be so stupidly easy and bad compared to the other recent boss fights and many other boss fights from the game is her one, like, that's the one black mark I'd put. That's the one, like, F. Yeah, I would love to cosplay Chiaki, a black Chiaki. Bliaki, as it were. Chiaki cool. I like Chiaki a lot. Speaking of characters I like a lot, I like the singer from Destiny 1 a lot. She's also not that well written though. Like and outside of the allure of her character and her song and the concepts of that, there's not really much going on for her. But she's definitely not worse than these people, so she's up there. Lisa has like this weirdly brutal and dark and painful story. Lisa is like one of those characters that people don't really think about how bad of a life she had. But geez, boy does she suffer. You might say that she suffers like an eternal punishment, and her innocent sin is just liking Tatsuya. Imagine just being like, I like the protagonist, and my life is in pain, like is constant, never-ending pain. That's Lisa, and yet she still smiles. But then again, her dad's a weeb. Okay, Mari is kind of whatever. Like, literally, there's not really anything going on to her. Yeah, Lisa is such a great character. Okay. This is where people are gonna hate me or leave or clip this. But I hate Jun. Jun is not a very good character. He's not interesting. He doesn't really have that much going on. I know his story. But it's bad. It's in a story, I mean, in a game where you have stories like Lisa's, and you have stories like Tatsuya's, and you have stories like, there's so many good protagonists or characters in Persona 2. Jun is like not a good protagonist, I keep saying protagonist. He's not that interesting of a character. He's very mediocre in my opinion. And I hate that for some reason he's beloved. And I think he's only beloved because of his gender, or his sexuality. And I think that's a pretty cringe reason to like something. You don't like something just because they're gay. Jun is easily D tier. Ironically, the other Jun is here too. Jun not that good. Hot take of the free hot take. I got 3 free hot takes for you. Maya sucks. Jun sucks. Protagonist sucks. Except this protagonist, King of Bell. You go in C tier. Okay, I feel like I'm ignoring Desu 2 a lot. What's his name? Chosen One or something? Mid. Her, I don't remember who she is. Ari, mid. Other one, cringe. She's super cringe. God. Yeah, Jun's character is super simplistic, and I kind of hate that he's put on this weird pedestal just because of how he looks and his gender or his sexuality. I think that's a really cringe way. It's actually the opposite of what you should be doing with characters. And I think it's funny because Persona 2 is one of the best written Persona games. Why would you reduce everyone and only look at one character because, you know, he gay. Like, okay, Loki or whatever, mid. Police girl, she's mid too. Law girl, I like, so Law girl is at least here. Marie, or not Marie, wow, Freudian slip. What's her name? Jeez. Her name isn't Marie. Rise is cool. Guess it shows how much I like Rise. Rise is pretty cool. I think Rise is one of the better Persona 4 characters. Look at that. Sisters in arms. Cause we are sisters. We stand together. Naya is just Dagda. Dude, jeez. Naya is Dagda? You just blew my mind, cause dang. That is an apt comparison. You get a gold star here. It's in the mail. It'll be there shortly. Make sure to check it out. I don't remember the name of this guy. Bat? Is this Bat? It's the rock star guy. He's kind of meh too. Like, why is he even in this? Like, why him? There's other characters who are more integral. Like, why? Hiroko, I like. She's not that good though. Hi, Goshi. Jenna Angel, I also like. She's up there. Okay, here's another controversial one. Are you guys ready to get mad? Nemessa. More like she's a messa, cause she's in D tier. Nemessa kind of mid, but she's not mid enough to be in the mid tier. She's just kind of okay. Her design is just okay. You know, they repeat her design when they make On. It's literally the same. Like, she is like cringe. I don't know why people like Nemessa so much. She's not funny. She's not charming. She kind of just is a character. And Hitomi is a slightly better version of Nemessa, so I'm gonna put her right in front of Nemessa. And they're the same person, except one is, you know, one is inside of the body of the other. Ugh. Ugh. Had to crack my back. Okay, floof hair girl. She's very mid. And it's not even her fault. They just didn't fix her story. They made a whole new re-release of the game. They charged the same exact money as they did for the original game. They added more character, quote-unquote, character to Goro, but they didn't do anything to fix Haru. Haru literally gets shafted because people like Goro, and they were like, what can we do? Should we bolster the integrity of the story and give characterization across the board to each character? Or should we just rush the Haru character who gets shafted because, you know, we needed to have this stupid Morgana thing happen for Persona 5 to be interesting. We needed to have Morgana be like, I'm not made it. Yeah, Haru dumb. Morgana's in hate tier where he belongs, and Bat's in mid. Bat's mid, so whatever. Jeez. Not even he's not that important. He's just here, existing. Who cares? Alright. Beth is mid. She's not as good as Hiroko, so she's down here. No, that means I have to put Hiroko up higher. Hiroko is up higher, Beth is down here. I've been waiting for this. Akihiko is one of those characters that gets extra characterization outside of his original game. In Persona 4 Arena, he gets reduced down a bit. In Persona Q, he gets reduced down a bit. but in the Trinity Souls anime, they make him this competent cop character that's interesting. And I like his character in Trinity Soul a lot more than I like his character in any of the other extraneous media outside of Persona 3. So I would actually give him C tier, because within the original game and in Trinity Soul, good character story arc, very good. But within the context of the games, he gets progressively worse. So if I rated him based on his Persona 3, then Persona 4 Arena, then Persona Q, I would actually put him down in D or F. But because of Trinity Soul, I actually want to rate him higher. Trinity Soul does a good job of making him more than just the protein buff guy. He's kind of cool. Alright. I don't remember the name of this character, but I don't remember liking her. She's kind of mid. I don't remember her, so she goes in I don't remember. Mid tier, and yeah, mid. These are so many mid. Yeah, why is everyone from Desu 2 and some from Desu 1 in mid? Like, why are they all so mid? Can they just be better? Yeah, Akihiko in Persona 3 is very strong. I am rating him just Trinity Soul. Trinity Soul is Persona 3 media. I have not I don't think Yuriko is on this list. For some reason, she's not. This list is like missing a weird amount of important characters, and only has some weird side characters that don't matter nearly as much. Like this person clearly loves Desu 2, because there's so many Desu 2 characters. Like literally, this list has more Desu 2 characters than any other game, and why? What for? Okay, Persona 5's Junpei. I like him a lot in his story. Again, he's someone who, after his story finishes, which is the first story, him and An get basically all their characterization from the first thing. You have to play their social links to get a little bit more. Whereas An's is kind of superficial, Ryuji's is pretty good. And I'm kind of mad because they just decided after this, he's gonna be a punching bag, he's gonna be the butt of every joke, and he's gonna always butt heads with Morgana. Those are the cardinal 3 things that Ryuji will represent. And I just don't understand it, because he was already an interesting character before, and they just decided, let's not keep going with this interesting character dynamic. This guy who sacrificed so much for everyone else, this guy who carries this heavy weight on his shoulders and is harassed by the entire school for something that no one knows is something that it's not his fault. Instead, he's left funny punching bag, and that's kind of annoying. And even within the context of Persona 5 Strikers, the Japanese box art has Ryuji getting hurt because left funny guy. He has to be the haha. He has to dance. I hate that they treat him so badly, because he could have been a very good character. I can't even put him in C, because God, do they really screw over him? Jeez. Anyway, so my nose is like really itchy today. I'm like scratching it a lot. Masahiro Sakurai, Spooky himself. Spooky is cool, but in the 3DS version, you get that extra ending, which makes that whole thing a little bit better. He's probably one of the best characters in Soul Hackers, and it's very underrated. There he goes, Masahiro Sakurai. There he goes again. Thank you, Alcivical, for the follow. Thank you, Riverside, for the follow. Thank you, Spectral Sweatshirt, for the follow. Y'all the real ones, for real, don't miss. There's no Adachi, which is weird, but I put Adachi in like B, or Adachi would be either B or C, because Adachi is really good, but he's not like great. I actually do like that the other material from Persona keep Adachi this interesting character who they don't change how he is. They in an unrealistic way. They kind of create this interesting dynamic, especially within the context of Persona 4 Arena. Very good. Like, I like Adachi. He's at least a B tier. Now that I think, the more I talk about it. Oh yeah, LaRue, I wasn't here when you talked about Junpei. I love Junpei. Junpei is a well designed character. I didn't talk about him much. I think that like one of the things that I like is his awkwardness, because he tries to play himself off as this cool guy, but then when he meets Chidori, he's awkward AF, and I think that's really cool because it plays at the dynamic that he's putting on a mask, which is a central concept in Persona, and they stopped doing it. They stopped doing this concept of a mask after Persona 3. It doesn't really matter nearly as much. Persona 4 has the concept, but it's superficial compared to Persona 3. I don't know why it stopped being a thing, but Junpei's character represents it very well, and I love it. I know that he is a little bit perverted. I know that he's a little bit quirky and funny, but in general, he's very good. I love his characterization. He's way more than the sum of his parts, and I like that. Let's see. The creator being named Masahiro Sakurai, I don't remember what they said about it. Yes! Pudmaster, yes! His story continues to develop through the whole game. I actually think that for the most part, most characters in Persona 3 develop across the story. And it's something that doesn't happen in Persona 4 or Persona 5. In Persona 4 and 5, as soon as their dungeon is over, they're done. They don't get any more. That's it. You're done. Jeez. Why is Persona 5 so good and underrated? I don't like the answer for what it does to Yukari, but it does try to further the growth, and I don't mind that. Mitsuru is a character I don't personally like, but I can't argue that she doesn't have interesting and good character dynamic in the way she's grown. Sorry to ask you to repeat yourself again, but how about Yukari? I don't think I talked about Yukari much either, because I really like Yukari. Yukari is the realistic character. She has so much emotional baggage. It's nice to see that the character doesn't instantly cure herself and becomes a better person. She has to grow, and it takes all the way until the end of the answer for her to really grow. Why do they ignore this and just kind of reduce her down to, I hate Yukari because she's so annoying? She has trauma. Trauma takes a while. It doesn't take a magical dungeon to cure you. Futaba, it doesn't make you cured in one dungeon, Futaba. Like, Yukari is the antithesis of everything in Persona 5 because she goes through the difficulty of the things that she had to deal with, and it slowly ramps up through time. Just like Junpei, just like Mitsuru. Like, even Ken, kind of, but I don't like Ken, so I'm not going to put Ken up high. I actually dislike Ken. Where's Ken? Did I put him in F tier yet, or hate tier? Yes, he's in hate tier. I don't like Ken. These two are literally the only people that I don't think really evolve in Persona 3. And I also just don't like them, so, you know. Let's see, I'm surprised An is all the way up in S tier, or C tier? I like An. An, I don't know what to tell you. I mean, Koro is a dog. Well, don't make him a playable character, okay? Notice how all the 3 mascot characters are like on hate tier because they're, you know. What characterization can you give him? He can go from dog who can't sit, dog who can't play dead, dog who can't roll over, to dog who can sit and play fetch and roll over. Like, they missed the opportunity there. Thank you, Plant Bat, for the subscription. 8 months. 8 months of Plant Bat. 8 months. He's not a glorified Hachiko. He's a low rent Hachiko. He's not Hachiko like the original story. He's Hachiko, the one with Richard Gere playing the owner of Hachiko. Like, that's like where he is. I think Koromaru works perfectly. Fine, okay, Koromaru's not as bad as these two. He does have trauma. Okay. I'll recant. I'll walk back my statements because you guys are bringing up some good points. Dog did have trauma, and he did grow in his social link. Fine. He goes in at least mid. Okay, fine. He'll go in F because he's not quite hate. No, he can't even go in F because he has characterization. Okay, he goes in D. He has to go in D. Fine. You win this time, chat. Okay. I have to explain a little bit. Let's see. This is kind of like the tier list based on. Wait, hold on. The music stopped. Please don't stop the music. me skip to the next song. Okay. Hi, Kolominsky. Here's the rankings, basically. Everything from S to D are characters that I like. Anything lower than D is something I dislike, or which is F. So F is I dislike it. Mid is that they're just mediocre. They're not good or bad. They're just there. So I guess I could put Strange Journey Protagonist there. But F is I actually don't like the character, and then don't remember the character, and then I straight up hate the character. There's only one bad tier, which is F. All the other tiers are just, sorry, there's only two bad tiers, F and hate. All the other ones are good, but because like if you get a D, you still pass. You know, you still pass. You still get a good grade, or you don't get a good grade. You still get the grade to move on in at least American schools. I don't know how it works in other schools. Okay, let me get some of these other like characters out. I don't remember. They're so forgettable, dude. I just think they're not very memorable. Okay. Law Hero. I like Law Hero. Again, Law Hero has about equal characterization as Chaos Hero from Shin Megami Tensei 1. But I actually... It's kind of tough because now that I've built out the list more, I kind of need to put Law Hero lower and Chaos Hero lower because they're not as well written as these characters. It's because... Okay, Plant Bat. It's because it's the bad Navarre. If it was Navarre from SMT4, he would be in D tier at least, or maybe C. Because Navarre from SMT4 is very well written. You have to like actually do his side quests and find out his full narrative from SMT4, and then you'll be like, oh, you know, he actually goes through character growth, which is weird because not any of the other characters really do that, and it's interesting. And then he just changes completely in SMT4 Apocalypse. I don't hate this character, right? If this was called Jack and he was just some guy that you find who has that exact same story, I wouldn't mind it as much. But the fact that it's supposed to be Navarre and they ignore Navarre's character arc in Persona 1 in order to do it is pretty cringe. Because Navarre had a character arc. It was a very good one, actually. And I don't know why they just were like, hey, you know, this is kind of bad. It's kind of bad that he has a character arc. So that's why this one's so low, because I don't mind the Navarre from SMT4 Apocalypse. I just never... Sorry, did I say Persona 1? Oops. Freudian slip. Hydrate, thank you. Sorry, Axel, don't really like Anguish one that much. But hi, Axel. Alright, jeez, is this Gimmel? I can't remember any of the character names in Persona or Shin Megami Tensei 2. I don't remember him much, but I think he's kind of mid. My gut instinct says he's mid. Alright. Let's see, Demi-Fiend from Apocalypse. He's also pretty mid. I don't really care for much of the Apocalypse characters, to be honest. They're actually... I would probably put, if we had Dagda, I'd put Dagda on D or F. No, I'd put Dagda on D. Hallelujah had, yeah, Brobot gets it. Brobot gets it. Hallelujah had so much potential, but they do nothing with him until the end of the game. Exactly. Thank God someone understands. Because of that, he's mid. Like, it was this thing where he was a very interesting character that they introduced. Like, why did they waste it? Why? Alright, let's see, 6, I think? 6 sucks. I don't know anyone who likes 6. He's cool because of his outfit. His outfit's cool, like, I would wear that jacket, but outside of that, he sucks. Hikawa. Hikawa's interesting. He's just not that good, though. You like 6? Okay. That's like that's a hipster moment for sure. I can't even stomach saying the word 6 after this. Ugh. Yeah, 6 is a jerk, and that's it. That's literally all it is. Like that's kind of annoying when that's your only character trait. Can we see? Oh, hey Johnny. So far, S is Baofu and Ulala. I guess I tend to like the well-written female characters more than most male characters because I'm looking at this. Alright. Daleth. I love Daleth. I'm super biased. There's like no particular reason. I just love Daleth. He's a cool character. He deserves at least a B tier. No one can refute this. No one can give me evidence. He marries Hanon. Daleth, cool. I like him. Literally, there's not even a real reason. Yes, I think that no one. Whoa. Axel, I don't like. You know how in anime where the characters get like the fiery eyes and they get super angry? Literally, before you said just kidding, I got like extra heated. My brain was like overloaded and I couldn't even talk. I was just like, whoa. You actually got me super heated for 1 second. Good job. Because I was about to go off. I was this close to going off. Like, oh my god. Oh yeah, John, I put you in, I think B tier for the content creators. No hard feelings. So I did a content creators tier list not too long, a little bit before I did this one. All right, Maki. Maki is really good. She's good in every single piece of media she's in. I did. I like Maki. I think Johnny will remember this. Hey, I put you in B tier with Nyarly. No, Nyarly was in C tier. So you're better than Nyarly in my eyes, if that makes you feel better. Alright, Maki goes C tier. I like her writing. I like her characterization. Her story in Persona 1 is the story of Persona 1. Unless you do Snow Queen, then it's not. I like it. Good. Very good. Maki good. The Persona 1 manga Maki is even better. Highly recommend anyone who's played Persona read the manga. It's super good. It's by far the best Mega 10 manga that exists. Yeah, once you get back from your training arc. Let's see. Heroine literally has no character, so mid. He has no character, so he's mid too. I feel like Plocky. Wow. Maki outlives her purpose as just a plot device, and she becomes so integral. It's really cool. And I love that when you beat Snow Queen Quest, it literally tells you to go ahead and play the game again to get the actual game ending. Plotki. Alright. Ayase is cool. I've always liked Ayase. She's not that great though, so she has to go in D. Because she's superficial too. Like, I can't criticize people. Like, there's only so much BS choices I can choose. Like, to me, Daleth is kind of a BS choice because I just like Daleth, so I'm putting him high. But, like, I have no way to argue to put Ayase in anything higher than C. She's not better written than these characters here. Like, none of the characters in C are worse written than Ayase. So putting her in D is the only place that makes sense to me. I have to. Sorry. Please forgive me, Ayase fans. In saying that, I gotta put her in C tier too. Eriko. Yeah, Arthur has more character than protagonists from Shin Megami Tensei Strange Journey. Arthur has... No, they did include Gore. They just included the thumb version of Gore where he's poorly drawn. Like, look at him. He's right there. Just looking like a thumb. Yes, dude! I'm playing Strange Journey right now, and Arthur is written so good. He's not too robotic. He's not too human. The characters have these over-the-top reactions that Arthur's statements, and he responds with this, like, it's cold but not too cold. It's like a perfect balance. Arthur is a good robot. I would put Arthur in B tier at least. Okay, speaking of B tier, Jimenez. I love Jimenez. I love Jimenez. Bugaboo is my favorite demon of all time, so I gotta put him in A tier. And I'm not Chaos aligned because of these two. I just like Jimenez's story arc. I like that there's a lot of like subtlety to his story. How can I put Brad so low? You mean Brown, Mr. Poopy? No, he gets low because yeah. I don't know who. I'm not really knowledgeable about Seiyu. I don't even know much about voice actors either. I've been learning about both because I need to. Now that it's like relevant to like conversation, I need to know, and it's so much work, dude. Like remembering, oh, X person was in X, Y, and Z is so crazy to me. Like, I will say that the Japanese voices in Strange Journey Redux are pretty good. I think they're a little cheesy, but they're good. I'm dying too because these three are the best bros of their respective games. Jimenez is the best bro for Strange Journey. Atsu bro is the best bro for Devil Survivor, and Chiaki is the best bro for Nocturne. They're super charismatic. They're super cool, and but then Atsu bro is the best bro. I think I said this when I was rating Atsu bro, but there is no bro character better than Atsuro. Literally no one. Literally no one in yeah, this is really bro tier almost. In my opinion, I never liked Chiaki. Well, yeah, you could not like Chiaki. That's cool. But I love Chiaki. She's well written and I like her a lot. I think all the cast of Nocturne are well written. I only put Hakawa in C and Isamu in C for specific reasons. Chiaki's good. I've already argued why I like Chiaki. Just watch the VOD. It's only like an hour and 20 minutes. Okay, protagonist from Soul Hackers has a little bit more characterization than the other protagonists. So like people like Demi Fiend who have no character, or Strange Journey protagonists who have no real character, or Surf, like they're outweighed by Soul Hackers protagonists just a bit. So he doesn't get a failing grade and he doesn't get a mid grade. He gets a passing grade. He's at least there. Alright, we're getting pretty close. Can't remember his name. Kaido? Kaido's cool. I actually really thought it was interesting. He's definitely one of those characters that are pretty BS, because I think most of his story revolves around Mari and his fixation on her. Bam. He goes there though. He's pretty good. I think that the characters that they actually enjoyed writing, they wrote very well. Like Law Girl and Kaido are well written. But like there's some characters that feel like they're not well written at all. Like Mari, very simple person. Jin also pretty mid. I doing Amane, dude. This is like no. Oh, Root. Okay. I was like, please don't talk about this in the chat. That's not appropriate. We're a PG-13 chat. No one's doing anybody in chat. All right, PG-13. Here's the thing. I was happy that female protagonist existed because I wanted one to exist. Right? I wanted one really badly. I really wanted a female protagonist in Persona because it makes so much sense. In all of Mega 10, there should always be a female option because the characters basically don't have any characterization. There's no point in making them purely male when there's no character really. Most of the time, they're just the outlet. So there should always be a character. The problem with FemC is she's a pedophile. She's a pedophile. And I'm mad. Why do you get to date Ken? You should not be able to date Ken. So dumb. So cringe. Ugh. Like, ugly. Dumb. actually makes me mad. I don't care if she's not technically 18. She's there. She's there. I don't care if she's not of age yet. You're grooming like a 12-year-old or whatever, however old Ken is. Jeez. Hi, Smiling Dominator. How you doing? I think that you missed my argument for the protagonist, but protagonists don't have character really. She isn't grooming. She's just emotionally manipulating a person who's dealing with tragedy and romancing them into a sexual situation. Like a person who fixates on the idea of being adult. Remember that Ken's focus is being mature for his age. A big aspect of his character is, I want to be mature. I want to be adult. I had this hard thing happen to me that forced me to grow up. That's a big focus of Ken's character. So the idea that she ends up sleeping with the character whose fixation is on adulthood is emotional manipulation at its weirdest. She should have just been the sister character. Exactly. She could have just been the big sis. Jeez. Ugh. I know, Axel, you love baiting me, and it works every time. Like, stop! Alright. We only have a couple of characters left. Hi, Atma. We only have 5. Yeah, Axel does a little... Axel partakes in a little tomfoolery every now and then. I really wish she was just a supportive character for Ken. It really annoys me that they did that. Why? I am not explaining the protagonist again. The protagonists barely have character. There's only a couple of them that do. Tatsir has character, but I think he's pretty mid. Demi-Fiend has character, but he's not really actually, so I should put him in F. These guys, this guy gets character in this guy's game. Bunny Protag is he even here? Where did I put him? Bro, where's the bunny? Oh, he's right here. He's in D. Yeah, putting the F in Demi-Fiend. All right. I'll move into the final countdown. All right, this is number 5, Kanji. Kanji's good. Kanji is great, actually. I find that Kanji is well written. I find that Kanji is interesting. The gist of his plot is very good. You know, the only failing for Kanji is the same problem I had with Persona 5. Where they completely reduce his character after he has his moment to being haha homophobia, because Yosuke, the character I said was really terrible, is like constantly remarks on Kanji's sexuality in a way that's super degrading and insulting. I actually hate Yosuke, dude. Let me put Yosuke in hate, because I'm in talking about Kanji. God, he makes me hate Yosuke. But Kanji should have, yeah, the problem with Kanji is that, like, he becomes the butt of the joke after his character arc. Dude, like, why? So I can't put him in B tier, because after his character arc, he is just the butt of the joke. He's no more developed than Ryuji, because they just stop. They just stop, and he's just, haha, homophobia joke, you know? And yes, the fans ruin Kanji. Kanji's story is this, guys. Everyone, okay, get out your notepads, get ready to take some notes. Kanji's story is this. I am a guy who likes sewing. I like things that are considered traditionally feminine. But I live in a society that thinks those things are feminine and only females can partake in such a thing. So the only possible way that I could partake in this thing is if I am gay, maybe, because I have a very stunted worldview of what it means to have hobbies and not tie those hobbies to gender. So I'm going to try to counterbalance that by being as masculine as possible, exerting every single negative masculine trait. And as a result, my dungeon will reflect that by me having this highly homoerotic vibe to counterbalance my very intense fear of being perceived as less than for liking things that people don't like. It's a consistent story arc. Once he comes to terms with the idea that it's okay to be himself, it's okay to like the things he likes and have the interest that he has, and it doesn't have to be inexplicably tied to his gender, that's when he evolves. His story isn't I am in the closet. His story is quite simply I like to sew. And so what? I'm still a rock star. I'm sorry. But yeah, his general story arc is I like to do this, and it's okay to do it. The Naruto thing is supposed to be it's supposed to incrementally enhance the way he's feeling about it, though. Like the whole Naruto thing is supposed to be him going, "Oh God, maybe I am gay because I'm attracted to this person." But that's not what it means. It's supposed to be a red herring. But it also, for the character, it's supposed to be this turning point where he questions himself even more. But it's not meant to be a thing on him being gay. He's not gay. You can say that maybe he's questioning, because he was literally questioning in the game, but by the end of his story arc, he is cis. He's just straight. It's not anything special, you know? He goes from questioning to cisgendered, and that's it, you know? Anyway, Kanji's good, except after that story arc, they just stopped doing it, you know? So his plot is intersecting with the larger Persona 4 plot. Exactly, Spectral Sweatshirt. You also get a gold star. Here it goes. Boop. Anyway, we have 4 people left. His worst development was his hair in the epilogue. Oh my god! Fire emojis. Yeah, dude. His hair gets cringe. He's like... it's so ugly. I actually hate the way he looks in the epilogue. But, you know, it's just me. That's him being his true self, though. Be your true mind, as it were. Alright, Aegis. Aegis is a character who I have such mixed feelings about, because I don't like that trope. At its core, I'm not a huge fan. He's still learning from what works for him. I'm glad that he actually starts to be something other than... Okay, so hold on. Let's talk about Kanji just a little bit more, because the problem with Persona 4 dancing is Persona 4 dancing misconstrues Kanji even more, and same thing with Naruto. It does for both, and it's actually kind of irritating, because Kanji is supposed to be fine with who he is, but instead of making his like dance outfits reflect him coming to terms with who he is and not trying to be hyper masculine, and also the same thing with his dance moves reflecting who he is instead of this hyper masculinity that he projects. Instead, they do the same thing. They keep this consistent hyper masculinity thing, and I don't like it, because the whole thing was supposed to be him coming to terms with that. How do you mess up your own game, Atlas? No, I will never ignore spin-offs, and I like Persona 4 dancing. It's a fun rhythm game. Yosuke does have other arcs in Persona 4 Persona 4. Are you talking about the arena or the anime? Because in arena, yes, Yosuke does evolve a little more, but I still hate Yosuke, so too bad. I don't care. Yosuke Persona 4 Apocalypse. No, dancing games are fun. Shut up. I'm not gonna rant though. You can't bait me, Alex. Axel. Jeez, I'm having like all these crazy misspeaking moments. Shinji. Okay, so I like Shinji. I like Shinji because, you know, he's one of the late game introduction sort of deals, but he's kind of like there throughout, so that's good. because you're aware of his presence. He's not like Reiji, where you don't know anything about him unless you talk to like the one or two NPCs. That's not Reiji. That's Reiji. Sorry. Shinji's good though, but the problem with Shinji is that he, spoiler alert, Shinji, spoiler alert, don't listen, Shinji, spoiler alert, he dies, and I think that kind of like it kind of makes, I mean, his sacrifice isn't really necessary, in my opinion. I don't remember the full context of it because I did play Persona 4 or Persona 3 like 12 years ago. The thing is that you get him and then he's gone in a moment. He's like Aeris. He's like Aeris but less, because at least with Aeris you get a lot more character moments in Final Fantasy VII to get invested in her character. So then when she, spoiler alert for Final Fantasy VII, she dies, you know, like yeah, he was just shot in an alley, I think. I don't remember because again, like 12 years ago. So I gotta rate him kind of low, dude. It's, I don't know. I don't know his Social Link in Portable because I don't remember it. Like, this is probably the worst character to rate because I literally don't remember enough about him. Crime Alley. Oh no, shut up. Yeah, he dies and Ken becomes Batman. Yeah, it sounds like a D tier, right? Yeah, I remember people having arguments about whether he should survive the bullet. I'm glad he died, but I just wish that they made his death more impactful. I thought the interesting thing between him and Ken was an interesting dynamic that wasn't really fleshed out in a way that was meaningful for me. I gotta put him in D tier because he's not quite a failure like these ones. Shinji died when I was using him a lot. Here, you get a emote here. All right. So sorry. Did you see that, Shinji? Well, that's the thing. We already got evidence that he was a nice person. I don't think that him sacrificing himself to save Ken was a heroic act. It just kind of felt like they kind of wanted to show it more, but we already had it, you know? Him and Akihiko I didn't think was that good. It was superficial at best. It was cringe, actually, because it was very, very basic. At its core, it was, like, not very good. You is mid, yes. Alright. We have 3 women here. Let's go with Aegis. Sir, we have been informed you put Shinji in D tier. You have symptoms of not being based. Yu Narukami is he's not even up and down. He's super bland. Yu Narukami is wish fulfillment protagonist. He's like, what if you moved to a new school and everybody loved you? What if you moved to a new school and got everything you wanted and you were just cool and you could just do no wrong? I just think that's such a boring character. He's literally Superman at that point. He has, like, it's like when someone makes a superhero and they give them every superpower. It's boring. I actually gotta put it in hate tier now. Thank you for reminding me that I hate him. Because he has nothing to offer. The best thing about him is his bowl cut. Yeah, he's a Mary Sue. Thank you. Thank you everyone for contributing to this new decision, because I hate Yu Narukami. There's nothing of value. Not true at all. Superman could eat a beef ball on the first. Okay, fair enough, John. John O. Yeah, Riverside, I disagree with that. Here's a list of protagonists who are not Chads, okay? Here's the not Chad tier list. We have the protagonist from SMT1, canonically known as Hero. He is not a Chad. We have Surf, also historically not a Chad. We have Tatsuya, he's kind of a Chad. We have Maya, she's kind of a female Chad, a Fad? I don't know what they're called. Stacy? Surf is not a Chad. I'm gonna ban you from this chat, Katane. No more heretical speaking. Okay? Surf's not a Chad. He's literally not. Literally not. Flynn is a bit of a Chad. He's got a little bit of a Chad vibe going on. Dang it. Okay, he's a Chad too. He's a Chad too. He's a Chad too. She's a Chad too. He's not a Chad. Very much not a Chad, I don't think. I don't think Persona 3 protagonist is a Chad either. I like Persona 3 protagonist, okay? Stop. Stop making me defend Persona 3 protagonist. I like him. Leave him alone. Alright. Who else? Kyoji's not a Chad. I would say he's a bit of a Chad. He's got some Chad moments. It's in the doldrums. It's an Aegis Rim game song. Let's see who else is not a Chad. He's not a Chad. He's a Chad. Who am I missing? I feel like I'm missing at least one. But yeah, as you can see, there's a clear amount of chattery and non-chattery within the Megaten protagonists. Aleph was manufactured to be a Chad. Yes, Aleph was made in a Chad factory. Small known fact, he just comes out all buff and he gets that they have like a pink shirt, right? And he's just like they give him his gauntlet and his thing, and he's like, oh yes, confirmed Chad. They scan him too. They're like, he's an S tier Chad, guys. Or actually no, he's a B tier Chad. Jeez, that's so funny. That's such a funny way to put it. I like that a lot. Okay. Yeah, Nakajima is not a Chad. He's the other one. What is the opposite? The one that the Virgin Nakajima versus the Chad the Chad Aleph. Literally born and bred to be a Chad. The way now that I'm thinking about it, it just hurts my head that he was literally manufactured to be a Chad. Yeah, literally that. So yeah, anyway, all that to say, Yuna Arakami sucks. I hate him. If I saw him in real life, I'd spit on him. Like, him and his dumb best bro can be right there. So they can just go there, they can rot in hell. They suck. There, the trilogy of sucky, well, actually, the quadrilogy of the worst Persona characters, all the ducks are in a row. Uh-oh, Persona 4 has 3 bad characters. Persona 5 has 3 bad characters. Is that a subtle way of saying that Persona 3 is the best if Persona 3 and 5, or Persona 5 and Persona 4 both have bad? Oh snap, that's so crazy. Anyway, Aegis. I like Aegis. She's a stupid robot that needs to learn humanity thing. I like Teddy but fair. Gatane confirmed creep. Base Soda 3. Base Soda 3, let's go. Chad Soda 3. I'm gonna what was the name? What was the name of Simply Dad's video? I'm gonna make one called Persona 3 is a blessed miracle or something. Cause I think Persona 3, I think his video is called like Persona 3 is a disaster or something. I'm gonna call my video Persona 3 a miraculous miraculous gift. Overrated disaster. Okay. Underrated miracle. Aegis is good. I like Aegis. The thing about Aegis though is that her development is slow. It takes the whole entire game, but it's worth it. I think that Aegis goes through enough character development. I think that sometimes she's written like an anime robot, but sometimes she's written like a good robot. She's never quite Arthur, which Arthur is a well-written robot. Yeah, Persona 3 is an underrated miracle. That's the name of my video, by the way. She is better than everything else. Johnny Awesome with a base take. Everyone upvote Johnny Awesome. I don't know how you do it. I guess the upvoting for it would be the equivalent of going to his Twitch and subscribing. Everyone do a tier 3 sub to John Awesome for his base take. She gets better in everything else. Okay? In saying that, she's still just okay, so she gets in D tier. Like she's just alright. She is the best I wanted to be human arc, but at the end of the day, I still don't love her, you know? Alright. Now we have these two. Let's... I guess that's not... You can't grade her, like, fighting ability as a factor. Okay. Ray Ho. We're talking about Ray Ho now. So Ray Ho is interesting because she's unironically the best Devil Summoner character. Ray Ho. Yes, her name is Ray Ho. Not Ho like wait. She's actually Chinese, but you know, go off. Ray Ho. She a hoe for sure. Oh no! Don't leave! I like Ray Ho. She's cool. She's very interesting. Actual character arc in Devil Summoner. Good mention, Brobot. Her design is nice. One of Kaneko's favorite designs, by the way, is Ray Ho. Like I said, she's the best Devil Summoner character. In my opinion, she is the best Devil Summoner character. Not just within her game, but within the context of the Devil Summoner series. She is like the best one. The problem with her is that you have to read books to get more of Ray Ho and to experience her and be like, yeah, she's cool. Or you have to play a game that doesn't exist in English. Doesn't mean that she's bad. But I will definitely put her in B tier. I love Ray Ho. Underrated character. Wish more people drew fan art of her. I want to see everyone in this chat cosplay as Ray Ho. Hashtag Ray Ho and like tag me for the retweet. I want everyone to cosplay as Ray Ho. Draw some fan art of her. I need to see it. She gets two amazing cosplays. She gets 2. Actually, now that you mention it, Raito's not even in here. Raito isn't in here, and neither is Don Tsukigata or what the heck? They just completely omitted Raito from this list. That's some BS. Why is there so many Devil Summoner 2 characters? Okay, this is what we're gonna do. Everyone, take a mental note. Take a mental note. This is gonna be this is the facsimile for Raito Kuzunoha, okay? Because there's no Raito Kuzunoha on this tier list. We have Gimmel, we have Bat, but we don't have Raito. So this character, I don't know who that is. We're gonna pretend that this is Raito because I need to rate Raito somewhere. Cause look, why do we have Tamaki? So we're gonna pretend that this is Raito. Raito is one of the few protagonists that has characterization. So Raito goes here. That's Raito. That's Raito, guys. That's Raito. Raito is at least D tier. He's a good character. Actually, no, he's C tier because his manga and his anime, or his manga and his novel, improves it. Okay? Yeah, right. Right. And we don't talk. We just Raito do be looking kind of different. This is glow up Raito. This is Raito after his makeover. You know how they would have that thing? Yeah, this is Booba Raito. Okay. Since I don't remember this character, this character is gonna represent This character is gonna represent Don Tsukigata. Don Tsukigata is the protagonist from the antagonist from Raito 2. Very important to mention. This is gonna represent Don Tsukigata. I love Don Tsukigata. He's my favorite antagonist in Megaten. So that's Don Tsukigata. Oh yeah, so he goes here. Don Tsukigata is one of the few S tier characters. All right, very well written, interesting character. He's woven throughout he has a character arc throughout the game, and you actually care about him. Sorry, I forgot who Ronaldo was. I even have a Ronaldo keychain and I don't remember him. So that says a lot about his character. Okay. Who else are we missing that I want to address? Okay, this will be Adachi. I love Adachi. Adachi's well written, dude. Adachi has good characterization. He has a good story arc. He doesn't need a whole bunch of justification for his actions. He grows throughout the games. He grows. I like Adachi. I know that he's a bit of a meme, but I think he's well written. So this is Adachi. Adachi's in B tier. I like Adachi. Okay, who's this person? I don't know. This person's gonna represent Arthur. No, let's make this one represent Arthur. Arthur is also a good character, dude. Arthur is well written, but he's not as good as some of the other characters. I like that within Strange Journey, most characters have some characterization. So I'm gonna put Arthur in C because although very good, not that good. That's not Otome or whatever. That's Arthur. Who else do I want to mention? This is gonna be Narumi. I don't like Narumi, so Narumi's an F tier. Imagine being lower than a dog. Yeah, these are sub dog tier. All these things are lower than a dog. Sorry, I don't like Narumi. I think Narumi's annoying. I'm sorry, Axel. I literally do not remember Devil Survivor 2. It's such a forgettable game. I have to replay it, but it's just too much anime stuff for me to remember anything. Ooh, got scared by my own food. Sorry, 1 second. I gotta use the bathroom really quick. I'll be right back. I'm back. Okay. Hey, hey. I'm gonna play a song that I really want to hear right now. Let's see. This is the best version of Kimi no Kuoku. If you don't like it, leave. How does Chiaki suck? Fifth Danganronpa. Johnny Awesome. She's like one of the worst characters from Devil Survivor or from Danganronpa 2. But you know, you're free to have your own opinions. Okay, guys, what other character is missing that I need to address? This could be the last one, and then I'll do Naoto. Tei Takemi? I don't know. Igor is kind of not a character in my opinion. Tei, my beloved. Where's Rags from Devil's Swords? More like Riches. Not Takemi. Sorry, no. Okay. I'm gonna go ahead and go with who's a really underrepresented thing. Sophia. Is there like an alternate spelling for Sophia in English? Like, can you spell it like with an F or something? Okay, I'm gonna say that this represents let's say Burroughs. Actually, that's a good one. No, this is gonna represent this. I got it. This is gonna represent actual Navarre. Actual Navarre gets C tier. Not just regular C tier, he's the best of C tier. Navarre from SMT4 is a really good written character. True Navarre, Awakened, Ascended Navarre. Like, I love the Navarre in SMT4. I hate the Navarre from SMT4 Apocalypse. There you go, Navarre. We did it for you, babe. I pour one out for the homie, Navarre. Jeez. Sorry, Navarre, say Navarre. Okay, finally, Naoto. So Naoto is one of those characters also. Do I like any Apocalypse characters? Dagda. Hold on, oops. No, I can't take it off. Okay, here. Let's get rid of one of these. So I'm gonna put this. Let's say that this is Dagda. Dagda is at least the C tier character too. I think that Dagda is probably one of the best written characters in Apocalypse. I don't like him, but I like that I don't like him because I feel like he's not supposed to be well liked. I think he's supposed to be that like curmudgeon with some charm. You know what I mean? So I'm gonna put. So this is gonna be Dagda. Dagda is C tier for sure. Okay. The other part of the I'm gonna full transparency. Part of the reason why I rate Dagda low is I hate his design. I hate his design so much. It's so ugly. But I like his character. His actual personality is good. It's really good. Alright. So, she accidentally got lost in the sauce for a bit. So, I really like Naoto. I think Naoto is well written. I think that Naoto has a good character design. And they actually kind of reflect some of her change later on in the game, which they don't do with Kanji necessarily. She's never a punching bag. She's consistent with who she is, even after she awakens or whatever. She stays true to herself, and it's consistent. The problem with Naoto is that they don't really reflect it all the way within Persona 4 Dancing or within the Q games. And hold on one second. Let me show you guys something crazy. Okay, I can't find my Naoto book, but Naoto has a book and a manga. And it ruins her character. This is the worst media that's ever existed for Persona. There's a lot of bad media for Persona, right? Not only does I like that she's, okay, no. Here's the thing. Within the manga / within the novel, Naoto stops hiding her gender. She is just who she is. But everyone in the novel / manga sexualizes her constantly. They ruin her character because they also make her stop going from calm, cool, collected character to being teehee, please stop making fun of my boobies. Like, that's literally who she is. And it's in the novel / manga, they literally go, teehee, please stop. My boobies are not meant to be objectified. And it's so irritating because she had such a strong character. I have no qualms with saying this is the worst Persona media. I can't think of anything else right now. She is so annoying. It's so irritating. I hate her, dude. I wish she never existed. And this motorcycle guy can go too. He sucks. Cringe people. So that doesn't affect my rating of Naoto. Naoto is holistically great within the context of every single game she's in. Naoto's good. I like Naoto a lot. She's not quite S tier, unfortunately, not like Dan, Ulala, and Baofu, but she is very good. And I hate that people misunderstand her thing as being some sort of what do you call it? Like transgender character. I think she embodies wait, what are you talking about? Naoto is racist. Provide the evidence right now. You have 10 seconds. Also, thank you Exhale for the follow. Thank you Sam Lion for the follow. Thank you Sleepy Madi for the follow. Thank you Thomas RX23 for the follow. Oops. Thank you Musketerp for the follow. And Punmaster Kenobi for the follow. Thank you all. Okay. I think that Naoto is a really good embodiment of the spirit of Persona 4. And she's not transgender. She literally is the same thing. She's thematically Persona 4. She is afraid of being female because the police force, the detective force, every single role model she's ever looked up to in her pursuit of the ideal detective. The problem was it was flooded with males, so she had the perception that you had to be male to be what she wanted to be. So she knew she hid her gender, and she was called a prince. She literally is called the detective prince, further solidifying her gender conflict, because the whole point is that she thinks that she has to be male in order to be what she wants to be, and that's the crux of her argument. It's never that she wants to be male. She doesn't ever embody like masculine behavior. She doesn't ever indulge in things that are considered traditionally masculine. She just thinks that she has to be male in order to get the job she wants. And people completely misinterpret that as being her being transgender or something. The whole idea, the whole scene where she has this where she might potentially get a sex change was literally because she was having these intense thoughts. And yes, she gets harassed by Teddy. Teddy, one of the worst characters of all of Megaten. Like, here they are. Here's the dregs of society. If you ever wanted to like have like a list of the worst humans, here they are. They're all here. Yeah, so Naoto is up here. And that's my tier list. Any questions? Sorry, Fumi's boring. I couldn't even remember who she was, so. Which one is Fumi anyway? This is Fumi? No, Fumi is this thing. Yeah. The one that tries to sleep with the protagonist and is like, why are people keep going into the room while I'm trying to have a sexual moment? Yeah, Big Booba girl. She's literally just Big Booba. I like Maruki. Maruki's not bad. Maruki I would put in like C tier. Jack Frost would probably be on D tier because he doesn't really have any characterization except the Jack Frost that becomes Black Frost in Nocturne, which I would put in A tier. Why is Naoya from Desu lower than Amane? Because he doesn't have any character, really. You're just told who he is. This tier list is missing like 1,000,000 kajillion people. Alright, someone. Make a full tier list. A tier list of like 70 characters from Megaten. No Imagine characters. I would definitely put, what's her name? Dang it, I forgot her name. The one that, the really cool character, I put her on the top. She's a really cool character. How do I share it? Is this how, if I just copy? Yeah, DB Kurore. 70 more. 70 more characters. Steven, I would put on C tier. No, I'd put Steven on D tier actually. Because the problem with Steven is that although he has characterization in certain things, like he has characterization in 9, he has some characterization in SMT4 Apocalypse, but I would definitely put him lower because outside of his like small bits of information, he doesn't really have much. And the visor chick is DB Kurore. She's cool. I would put her in C or B probably. I would also put Snake Man in like C tier as well. I like Snake Man quite a bit. See the tier list? I see the tier list, but understand that some characters. Yeah, exactly. Strange Journey time. I was supposed to play Strange Journey, but I didn't know that this was gonna take so long, so I'm gonna have to play Strange Journey tomorrow. Sorry, I have like a thing where I don't want to be streaming for too long. If I play Strange Journey now, it means that this stream will go on for at least 2 to 3 more hours, and I got things to do today. I'm a busy man. I haven't even taken a shower yet. I'm a busy, smelly man. Kaga would have been a cool character, but she's no better than some of these characters here, where she gets a very interesting premise that doesn't get utilized. So why would I rate her highly? You know. So I would put Kaga like in D or maybe even F tier, to be honest. So yeah, thanks everyone who watched this stupid train wreck. I'll post the link. I'll post the results on Twitter as well. And I'm gonna upload this exact stream to my second channel, the larrue channel. So if you want to watch that, if you are confused by anything or you want to see my justifications, it'll be there. Thanks for watching. Goodbye, fellow Mega Tennis. Oh, I forgot to push end stream.